like Little Sir. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Buzz, when you pick up a bug, you really snatch a good one. How long are they going to keep you there? You're kidding. I thought it was only going to be for a couple of days. I never would have left. All right, I'll use the extra time to scrounge us up a couple of jobs. Who's apologizing? I'm not sure I don't envy you. Is that nurse with the uncanny dimensions still on your floor? Sick? What's the matter with her? Oh, echo virus. Where am I? Where would I be? I'm on some forgotten road on the way to some unremembered little town with a road map clutched in my hot little hand. We've been through a pile of maps, haven't we, buddy? The map companies ought to give us a testimonial hamburger at any one of the stop and eats. Am I cheering you up? Well, I guess it's not my finest hour. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed blues.
Is this a gas station, or are these pumps here just to fool folks?
You go ahead. I'll take care of him in a minute. Just a second, mister. All right, as soon as I get there, I'll see what the job situation is, and I can pick you up, and we'll earn a few bucks and search for values. Okay, Buzz, goodbye. Dexter, what can I do for you?
Fella, don't she gurgle. She'll need the keys for the tank. Let her make a private phone call. I guess about time now, huh, little lady? Well, I gotta show folks that Jackson Harris ain't the craziest man in Oklahoma. You keep an eye on the artiste. This belly dancer can send you to the bug house faster than a whole regiment of mother-in-laws. If she even smiles at you, you let out a yell, you hear?
As soon as we drive away, call the police and give them my license number.
Your license number?
Shh, he's watching.
Everything all right?
Look at the registration on the steering wheel. The name is Mary Withers.
What's this all about?
Tell the police it's Dr. Mary Withers of the State Mental Hospital. Tell them the man driving my car is a dangerous psychopath and that he has a gun.
What?
Hey, belly dancer. Bobby's singing a different tune today.
He's reassuring Bobby Kennedy that the Justice Department can relax. The country is saved from sin. There is nothing amusing about mental illness. He was a fine, decent man when he was well. It's my fault. The other doctors warned me it was too dangerous to take him to the hospital myself. But I've been treating him for 18 months. I thought it would be safe.
Listen, if he's got a gun, he's liable to shoot you before the police can...
Oh, buddy, come here a minute. I need some more quarters.
Okay, I'll get him inside.
Tell a belly dancer Bobby gave me a big vote of confidence.
Listen, give me 4 quarters and then follow me outside.
What is it?
Later, man, later.
What happened, old buddy? Did you have to go all the way to the mint for a couple of quarters? Thanks.
Search him. He's got a gun.
Give me the keys, quickly. He gave them to you to fill the tank. I have to get into my trunk for the bag. I may have to give him a hypo.
I can't find a gun.
Hey, Doc, wait a minute. Back to the back seat. Don't panic, Doc. I saw your bag right here in the back seat. Ow!
What happened?
Oh, I know what happened. She's a doctor, a psychiatrist. That's her medical bag.
What's this, their stethoscope?
Get the wheels back in the car.
What did I ever do to you, old buddy? Did I harm you in any way? Did I insult you? Did I talk too loud? What did I do?
She told me she was a doctor and you were a dangerous psychopath.
She's a bail-jumping stripper who sings those you-know-what kind of songs, and the bail she jumped was put up by me, the world's dumbest bail bondsman. She's a fake. Everything about her's a fake. Her name, her age, the color of her hair, her present address, where she was born, everything's a fake. Oh, $2,000 in sweet old bail money. Now, Bobby told me I was out of my mind.
Bobby who?
Roberta, my wife. She's the brains in the family.
Hurry up with those wheels, will you?
Where you going? By the time you get them on, she'll be halfway to the moon.
I goofed, but I'll find her. I will find her.
Hello again, young man.
Hi.
They biting any better today?
Well, not so you'd notice.
Hey, ain't you never gonna get a catfish dinner, young man?
Everything's heading south. Birds, rich people. Everything but me, I guess.
You got a mighty nice car up there. What's keeping you?
Waiting for a friend of mine. He's in the hospital.
Here in St. Louis?
Oh, Cleveland.
Cleveland? You really believe in waiting at a safe distance, young man?
Well, I thought I'd hang around this area for a while. Ever have a hunch? I got a bite.
Hey, play it easy, young man. Play it easy. Another fine man bites the dust.
That's her car. Here.
Oh, how about your fish?
All yours.
Hey.
A wedding party just came over the bridge. They must have come through here.
They came and went. Imagine little 18-year-old Jeannie O'Brien getting married.
That's who was in the car, huh? Little 18-year-old Jeannie O'Brien.
Yeah, that aunt of hers sure got some fancy ideas getting her married in St. Louis Cathedral.
Right.
But you know how it is with folks in show business.
Mr. Barton, 4 dozen is not 6 dozen. Short stems are not long stems. Well, then fly them in from Chicago. Of course I'm serious. It's less than an hour's flight. The reception doesn't start until this evening. Mr. Barton, you took the order. I paid you in advance. Our conversation is at an end. Oh. You better stay married to that little girl for a long time, Sonny boy. Another wedding would kill me.
I don't think a ton of dynamite could kill you, Miss Barnes.
Oh, Martha.
Ralphie. Well, I thought we could all use a little pick-me-up before the reception.
Oh, Ruthie, not coffee.
What's the matter with coffee?
Sister dear, even though I am a few years younger than you, no comments from you, Corporal, and known for my boundless energy, even I, at this point, need something stronger than coffee. Corporal, across the hall in my room, in the closet you'll find a blue suitcase. At the bottom of the suitcase you'll find a bottle. Forward march.
Okay, Eddie. Now, how long does it take her to change, anyway?
Self-control is one of the Christian virtues, dear boy.
It certainly is. I suppose letting him rub your feet and go through your suitcase and bantering back and forth comes under the heading of being worldly, but this isn't New York. It isn't Paris. It's St. Charles, and there are just some things that aren't the subject for humor.
Everything, from birth to death, is a subject for humor.
How could two sisters be so different? It was nice of you to come back, to keep your promise to Jeannie about the wedding. I just hope she doesn't get any fancy ideas.
Oh, Ruth, you make fancy ideas sound like a contagious disease.
Ellen, this is my house. Hello?
Ruth, please, let's not fight today. Hello? Oh, yes. Oh, how marvelous. Yes, of course, you're a darling. Mwah! That's for being such a good boy. Goodbye. Well, they finally located a couple more musicians for tonight.
One thing I've always tried to teach Jeannie was to keep her feet on the ground, but after today, I don't mean to sound ungrateful.
You sound exactly like my sister Ruth.
Listen here, baby sister. I didn't live the grand and glorious life. I stayed here. It isn't easy raising a child alone, worrying about whether the furnace will last through the winter or whether I have enough money to give her a good education.
Don't be embarrassed, dear boy. There's no law that says two sisters have to love each other.
Ellen.
Your office.
4950, Delmore.
Jackson Harris, Reliable Bail Bond Company, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, have found the artiste. She is at 4623 4th Street, St. Charles, Missouri. Come and get her. Signed, Fingers.
Yeah. Fingers.
Fingers.
Aunt Ellen. I need you.
I thought you said you wanted to be left absolutely alone.
Well, now I don't.
I'll help you, dear.
Mama, I said, Aunt Ellen.
Jeannie.
said Aunt Ellen.
Baby, when do you figure you'll be dressed? Your sister is sure a fabulous character, isn't she?
Yes.
Jeannie played me some of the records she made. Boy, she sure sang with some famous bands.
Yes, she did.
And then she just quit, huh? Retired? Well, I guess that's not so bad. I mean, for someone not real old.
She did very well.
She's sure a fabulous character.
You're a wonder.
And you're a brat. Did you see your mother's face?
Well, what was I supposed to do? That's why I said I didn't want either of you up here at first. What I really meant was that I didn't want her.
Jeannie.
Be honest. Mama is like an old, plain woman. Mama showed me how to be glamorous for my brand new husband. Oh, she'd have come in here with her 50-cent box of rice powder and that bottle of lilac water she's had on her dresser since 3 Christmases ago.
Now you stop that.
Aunt Ellen, please don't be angry with me. I'm so grateful you kept your promise.
Tears and mascara are just the thing this season.
You know, Mama told me that you wouldn't come. She said that we'd never hear from you. It was just a silly, meaningless promise, and that I was to stop being such a trusting soul. Oh, but in the end, there I stood. In St. Louis Cathedral, there I stood. Just as my aunt had said I would so many years and years ago. Do you wonder why I love you? How many people are coming to the party tonight?
You know darn well how many.
Oh, I know. Tell me again, please.
The whole darn town of St. Charles.
That's right. Oh, can you imagine it? Come one, come all. Oh, and that wonderful, arrogant way you ordered the champagne. 1955 Brut. Did I pronounce it right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it actually gave me goose pimples. I just thought, this is my Aunt Ellen. 1955 Brut. You know what Mama was going to have? Sponge cake and coffee in the front room. That was her idea of elegance.
Now you stop that. Your mother broke her neck raising you.
I know.
Yes, you know. I don't mind playing the fairy godmother. I'm very big with the magic wand. Just think of all those years when there wasn't a magic wand and nothing but hard work.
Why are you defending her? She hates you.
Because I was the one that sawed through the bars and got away.
I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. Now, you think of something nice to say to her to make her feel better.
I will. Don't you think Ralph's terribly good looking?
Mm-hmm.
You have a visitor, Ellen. Pete Graham.
Peter?
We haven't seen much of him since his wife died.
Who did he marry?
Clara Borden. You ought to remember.
Oh, yes, that funny little fat girl.
Ellen, are you coming down?
Wasn't he one of your boyfriends?
Yes, he was my very special boyfriend.
Aunt Ellen?
Ellen.
What's the matter?
What's wrong, Ellen?
Oh, take me somewhere.
Well, I came here to take you to see Clara.
Where's your car?
Well, it's parked right down the street.
Let's go.
Who is that man, Ellen?
Oh, he's nobody. Oh, I mean, he follows me everywhere I go. I mean, He thinks he's in love with me or something. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard of? I mean, he does and says the most... Oh, no. He's sick. He needs help. I mean, he'll say the most ridiculous things.
Ralph. Ralphie. Go out and ask that young man to come in here.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Hey, Bud, come here a minute.
You have us all running wildly down empty roads, don't you, Ellen? Still as unpredictable as ever? Still talk to the dead? You remember what you said to Mr. Crooks? He was lucky to have a wife with a sense of humor. Not so lucky with animals. The men who died when the bridge broke are still here. Remember you're consoling them? Maybe your lives weren't different from anybody else's, but I bet nobody else in the world but you has part of a bridge or a tombstone. I'm your Boswell, Ellen. I think I may have drowned myself in my memories of you. Nobody knows that this thing walking around called Peter Graham is really a cadaver washed up on the beach. Here she is. Say something to Clara, Ellen. About a year after you left, I came across a poem by Carl Sandburg. Everybody loves Chick Lorimer in our town. Far off, everybody loved her. So we all love a wild girl keeping hold on a dream she wants. Nobody knows where Chick Lorimer went. Nobody knows why she packed her trunk, a few old things, and is gone. Gone with her little chin thrust ahead of her, and her soft hair blowing careless from under her white hat. Dancer, singer, a laughing, passionate lover. Whether 10 men or 100 hunting Chick, whether 5 men or 50 with aching hearts. Say something to Clara. Tell her you're sorry.
For what?
For leaving me. For making me inflict myself on her and ruin her life as well as mine. I apologized during her fatal illness.
Clara, forgive me for my own fatal illness. My belief that life is not merely to be endured. Do you think that poem was an indictment of Chick Lorimer? Simply because she didn't want her own heart to beat at the same dull and solemn rate of others?
We don't all make the grade as you did, Ellen.
It's time we brought your poem up to date. Chick Lorimer, 20 years later. That dancing, singing, laughing, passionate lover with the wind in her hair and her little chin thrust forward can now only be identified by fingerprints. final notices from collection agencies or warrants for her arrest.
I don't believe it.
Believe it. That big black Cadillac that has all the citizens talking is mine only until the finance company catches up with me. The last dollar I could beg, borrow, or steal was spent on long-stemmed roses and champagne. 1955 Brut. I have $1.08 in my purse and some rented furs. My next to the last pair of nylons were ripped to shreds on a rusty fire escape in back of a sleazy nightclub in Oklahoma City. The dream Chick Lorimer kept hold of, she no longer remembers. She has a different dream now. She dreams it every night in a different $3 hotel room, in a different 10-cent town. Red neon light outside. Window pane making her face 1,000 years old. The dream is to come home and have a sister or a niece or a cousin or a stranger in the street, somebody, anybody say the magic word. Stay. Stay. Stay.
Ellen.
If you pity me, I'll kill you. Get out of here. Think I'm gonna run anymore, you crazy sonny boy. I was born with a million questions that had to be answered. He was born with no questions at all.
Well, do a million questions have to be answered? Tell me.
If I'm wrong, why does that road go on? Why doesn't it just come to the edge of town and stop?
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Who else do I know?
Was my sister surprised when you told her? Or did she say, well, I might have expected it? What did Jeannie say?
Who had time to tell anybody anything? All you have to do now is think up a good lie to explain why I was waiting out front.
I already have.
But it's a wild one.
Why the last-minute stay of execution?
We're members of the same club. Our motto is seek and ye shall find. Now, exactly what ye shall find is anybody's guess, but club members stick together. Say, don't you have a wedding reception to go to? I better get you home.
If I thank you, will you slug me?
Mm-hmm. With my good hand.
Oh, that bail bondsman in Oklahoma City.
What about it?
Come on.
Mr. Harris, it's good to talk to you. This is Fingers.
Oh, what's good about it? I ain't left and I ain't gonna. Is that good? Now, sometimes, old buddy, it just don't pay to be decent. Lady, I'm on long distance.
Well, I'm glad you changed your mind.
I didn't change my mind. It's the law. It says in the case of the law, a man tries to do the right thing, but the law says no sirree. You say you were glad?
What about the law, Mr. Harris?
I'll tell you what about it. The law says I can't do a single, solitary, blasted thing about that artiste. You find that hard to believe, old buddy? What she did was a misdemeanor. The local people set the bail high to show an example. You can't extradite for a misdemeanor. I couldn't get that artiste out of Missouri in 10 years of sunning. Lady. Oh, buddy, you did say you were glad.
Relax and drink your drink. Have him pour one for me. Mr. Harris, everything's gonna be fine. She's gonna pay you back every dime.
Says which?
She will. She told me so.
And you believe her?
Yes, I believe her. Listen, Mr. Harris, she's not what we thought at all. She was once a very important singer. She had all the money in the world. But she ran out of luck and everything went down the drain.
Who is this? Is this a man with a broken fingers?
She had to make a living. Now, there are worse ways to pick up a couple of bucks. What's sinful in Oklahoma City is considered avant-garde in New York. She had to jump bail.
Well, thank you, Mr. Clarence. Darrow, sir. There ain't a dry eye in the courtroom. Lady, what have you got to cry about?
Everything's all right. He can't touch you unless you go back to Oklahoma.
Oh. You know, suddenly I feel weak as a kitten.
That was a terrible thing I did to you.
Well, I better get back and start repairing the wreckage. I have a reception to go to, remember? Thanks a lot, Todd. Okay?
Okay.
Goodbye.
For all the world like some poor, hapless actor who for the life of him cannot remember his lines. Give up, dear boy. The seats are empty. Your audience has gone home.
How's the party?
It will improve when you get there.
I'm not much for wedding parties, you know. How'd you find me?
Well, first of all, I tried the zoo, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. And the man said we're full up now, but try later.
And then I tried the place where they have all of the exotic plants.
Yeah, I should have told you. I'm a weed from way back.
And then I came to my favorite place. Here you are. You see? Mental telepathy. I used to come here all the time. 2 bits from babysitting or draw poker or stolen from Mama's purse, and I was here like a shot. The face on the barroom floor breaking my girlish heart all over again.
A cool sophisticate like you.
At 17, I was putty. I believed in everything from mustard plasters to sea serpents. Why are you angry?
Angry? Well, who says so? I'm as jovial as a Cub Scout at a weenie roast.
Was I too cold when I said goodbye? Did I not seem grateful enough?
Did I ask you for something?
And what is it?
Well, it's nothing, Doctor. I'm a tourist. Any time now I'll be leaving for Memphis, Tennessee, and all points south, so I'm catching up on the local sights. Tourists are never really mad. They just look that way because they've run out of flashbulbs.
Todd.
You know, this is the last showboat on the Mississippi. All the others have been melted down into carpet tacks and baby buggies and can openers. This old girl, she survives. Sort of. Think of all the places she'll never see again. Cairo, Dubuque, Cape Girardeau, Vicksburg, Memphis, New Orleans. Never again. Down here's where they kept the engines.
So? How many times do you have to go up and down the river before it's enough? The river's very pretty here. What's wrong with just tying up someplace nice, quiet and secure?
Yeah, well, if security's all you want, little lady, you have them lock you up in a prison cell and then tell them to throw the key away.
It's young man's talk, my friend. Don't.
Don't what?
Oh, I don't know. Don't be lonely, I guess. And that is an order, dear boy.
Well, it's a phase of the moon. In a week, I'll be fine. On a quiet night, you'll be able to hear me laughing. All the way from Memphis. Why not?
What do you want, a poetical quote or something? Lovers caught in the wrong rain? Or should I just show you my driver's license?
Well, let's go through it once more. Maybe we can figure out a fresh piece of business. Hi, folks. You're a little early for the show.
That's a switch. Saved by the villain. Come to the party. Why aren't you dancing? Look at all the pretty girls. This is a college town, you know. 800 girls and only 5 fellas.
Well, I may stay around and get my PhD.
In what? Hello. I'm glad you came.
Mostly I came to apologize. I wish I could say I'd been drinking.
I made some pretty drunken speeches myself.
About all I remember is what you said about staying. You know, Ellen, everybody likes to believe that life isn't over until the doctor signs the death certificate.
May I?
No, you may not.
can't possibly leave until the cake is cut.
Well, my pass says 3 days, not 3 weeks.
Aunt Ellen, please sing this one for us.
Oh, Jeannie, good heavens.
Oh, come on, please, for me.
No.
Before Ralph and I go, come on. Come on.
Why don't we do this more often? Just what we're doing tonight. Gee, but it's great to get together again. Why does it only happen now and then? We ought to do this more often. Don't you agree that I'm right? We make each other laugh. We make
Sing the song you sang in the little nightclub in Oklahoma City. And wear the costume, too. A couple of beads here and there. And then shimmy and shake and give the folks a real treat. Come on, show 'em your stuff. The show is just beginning, folks. I came all the way up here at my own expense to tell you just what this little lady can do if she's properly encouraged. A phone call, that's what did it, old buddy. Well, she could even twist you around her little finger, even after all you saw. That's what did it. That got me mad. The longer I thought about it, the madder I got. Sing 'em a song that got you pinched, sister.
No, she didn't come here. She didn't even come here to pick up her clothes. How am I going to face all those people?
To tell them they are wrong. They told me to run. When I was 17, I came here in the middle of the night by myself. What should I do? What's right? What should I do? Run, they said. Very clearly, I heard them all say, run. Mr. and Mrs. Timothy Haynes, early settlers. The entire Barnett family, all dead within a week of the plague. Colonel Sam Parsons, our Civil War hero. Very clearly, they all said, run. I know. I know the voice was within me. It was the voice of a fool. The voice of a young fool.
Come on, let's go.
You go.
What do you have in your hand?
Nothing.
Show me. The bottle's half empty. How many did you take? Answer me. I won't let you die. I won't let you die.
Why?
I need you.
I didn't take any.
What the devil do I care what they put on your driver's license?
I care. And even then I lied by 2 years. Thanks, dear boy. I'm all right now. No, I guess all I want now is for somebody to want me to live.
What's that? A dog could give you that. I can't let you go.
And if I stay, what then? Don't give me any clever answers.
And if you go, what then?
You know, I used to think that only the dead could understand my need to live. It's a lonely feeling. Now I belong to a going organization, Sad Sacks Anonymous. Don't you tell me I was a member in good standing? Here, today?
Yeah, the Fraternity of the Lost.
You didn't say lost. You said seekers.
Seeking what?
Others, like ourselves.
For what? So we can nod as we pass?
Yes. Or share a cup of coffee. Knock the pills out of the silly hand or whatever else. Maybe next time he'll be old enough to vote. Maybe next time she'll be young enough.
Ellen, stop it.
It's true. Onward to Memphis, Tennessee and Pocatello, Idaho. With guts and dignity.
I can't let you go.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
As long as I live, I'll never forget you.
When I need to, I'll remember that.
Guts and dignity.
This has been a Screen Gems film presentation. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.